All right, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like liberal politicians are dropping like flies. And I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm kind of okay with this. I'm kind of okay with some of these people dropping out. And right now, the big news coming out is Graham Platner is rumored to be dropping out. I've got a little green water right here. Rumored is Graham Platner is going to drop out. Now, I put a poll in the chat. I'm not sure how many of you believe that this guy will drop out, but according to the Democrat Party, the way that they treated Brett Kavanaugh, we have to demand that he drops out. Platner was the failed Oregon commie who moved to Maine to beat Susan Collins. It's not going well for the Democrats. I'm going to go ahead and agree with you. I'm 1,000% in belief that you are exactly right. Let me know how the audio is. I'm using some new software, got a new camera. I'm trying to up my game here. Thank you very much, Jonathan Warwick. Jonathan, I think you're right. I've got this is going across the pond. The British government is melting down. Democrats begin withdrawing endorsements of Graham Platner. People like Racicot are already saying, we're not going to give this guy any more endorsements. Now, the one that I want to see is Bill Clinton. I want to see if Bill Clinton, look at the timeline here. 28 minutes ago, Maine Democrat Party leadership calls for Platner to withdraw. 48 minutes ago, Democrats begin pulling endorsements. 3 hours ago, he denies the old SA allegation in social media. 3 hours ago, embattled Maine Senate nominee Graham Platner accused of SA. 5 hours ago, the day so far, Trump FIFA. Trump and FIFA, this is nothing right now. There's something else going on with some balls here, not on a soccer field. The winner will be the winner. Rubio praises FIFA's red card. So how quickly the British media is now worried about Graham Platner. Gateway Pundit also. Another Graham Platner, horizontal yoga thing comes out. I've got to show you the actual, what I would call ransom video. It looks like a ransom video that Graham Platner is releasing, and I've got to show you this. This is absolutely stunning. Do you think he'll drop out? I'm not sure if he actually drops out. I don't think so. Think about what they let Bill Clinton do in the White House, right?
I wanted to directly address the troubling, serious, and false allegations against
False.
me. Any accusation of non-consensual behavior is categorically false. Over the last 10 months, I have been deeply humbled by the faith Mainers have put in me. You have welcomed me into your homes, into your places of work, into your restaurants, into your houses of worship. You have shown that a different kind of politics, one that puts the interests of people over corporations, is not just possible, but is inevitable. This movement we have built, the largest volunteer base in the history of Maine politics, the hundreds of thousands of grassroots donors, and the supporters across the ideological spectrum, we were united.
He sounds like Orson Welles. He's got everything. He's got the Nazi tattoo. He's got the deep voice. I've been in your houses of worship. Does this guy look like Gooch says he ain't dropping out?
In a love of Maine, a belief that our politics must change, and a focus on defeating Susan Collins. So, regardless of the inaccuracy of the reporting, but mindful of the political reality it will inflict, we are taking the time to reflect on the best path forward for the state that I love, the people that I love, the movement I belong to, and the goal of defeating Susan Collins. Those were the goals when we launched.
Think about this. Their other golden child, Eric Swallowswell, he dropped out, right? Because of something like this. You got Pete Buttigieg. They raided his house and took the babies that he purchased. Think about that one. Okay? Now you've got Ilhan Omar in a little bit of a fiasco, her and her husband doctoring their earnings. Now you've got rumors of AOC being a little, lady of the night. How many of you, he bathed them in the oil. Apparently the dude broke into the chick's house.
This campaign, and they remain my goals today. On June 9th, 154,058 Mainers, the most in primary history, voted to reject a broken politics beholden to Washington and the donor class. They voted for hope, for change, to take back our economy, to take back our power, and to take back our Senate seat. Throughout it all, you never turned your back on me, and I will not turn my back on you now.
I wouldn't turn my back on the son of a bitch either.
Every one of you deserves to see that vision come to fruition and see Susan Collins defeated. And we will use every tool at our disposal to do so. As Maine goes, so goes the nation. As always, thank you.
Doggy. Have we got anybody that lives in Maine? Look at some of the comments. Cynical Publius. He's a retired colonel. Now that you're dropping out, will your local tattoo artist be able to restore your Nazi death camp tattoo? Wow. Says, if you give a shit about the country, you will drop out and let another person run. Now, I'm not a big Susan Collins fan, but as somebody with a wife, somebody with a daughter, and believe all women, that's what we were told, right? We were told, believe all women. Blasey Ford, a well-placed source, told us Graham Platner is dropping out of the Maine Senate race this week. Note that Platner has yet to release his Q2 fundraising totals, sign he may have underperformed expectations. Is there a stick up his butt? There should be. Bohica. Ladies in the chat, I'm talking to you. I know there's a lot of women in the chat. Ladies, should he drop out? Do we believe all women? That's the question. Here we go. Platner campaign canceled events over the weekend, since canceled more as word swirls like the turd in the toilet among consultant super PACs and lawmakers that a very damaging allegation. What gets worse than a Nazi tattoo? Rumors are rumors right now, but kind of weird for the Platner camp not to provide a defiant comment to the banger, no pun intended, bang her, daily news here. Boy, oh boy. We've got the R word, the grape word. We got that. I can't say that word here. I can't say it. A woman says that Platner, the Democrat nominee for U.S. Senate, entered her home without permission. That is disgusting. Entered her home without permission. I've got a little 2A thing right here that, come on in, okay? Come on in. Without permission, and did you know what to her while he was heavily intoxicated 5 years ago when they were in a casual relationship. These allegations are very serious. Graham vigorously denies them. Vigorously. Platner's campaign said, see the full story over on CNN. I'm not clicking CNN. I always get infected with some kind of virus whenever I click on their website. Guys, ladies, as somebody with a daughter, a wife, I'm telling you right now, Yvonne, do not believe all women. Wait, we were trained to believe all women, Yvonne. Damn it, Yvonne. We were told to believe all women. Christina Blasey Ford, right? That we were told to do that. Super chat rolling in here from Tommy the Rad Band. Says, you're on fire, my brother. Christian soldiers, as we march, no commies, Marxist piglets in this land. Hand over your heart, people. Pleasure allegiance to the flag. I think he meant pledge. Tommy, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Breaking it.
Amen.
Boom shakalaka.
Hallelujah. And boom shakalaka.
It only gets worse for old Platner. Look at the people that are dropping him. Ruben Gallego. He was the one in the pictures with damn Swalwell with the streetwalker. Says, allegations against Platner are troubling and deeply serious. I am rescinding. When a Democrat has to turn back their endorsement, will Platner drop out? 69%. I can't believe we had to go 69%. Y'all did that on purpose, didn't you? You did the 69% on purpose. You dirty, dirty people. Let's do this. Is he guilty? Let's just go this. I want to see how many Democrats we got in the chat. Is Graham Platner guilty? Let's see it. Let's see it. Yes or no? Graham is spelled with, there we go. Is Graham guilty? I think he's a dirty pig. I think he's a dirty pig. But when you have Democrats coming out and you're too dirty for Democrats? Rocana. It's been very clear that SA, you know what that stands for, or violence against women. Suddenly Democrats know what a damn woman is. How crazy is that? Now, oh yeah, we know what women are. Oh, okay, gotcha. Harry Sisson. This guy has never touched a woman. You know what I think of Harry Sisson. Graham Platner has got to go. He must drop out. I think we should probably sing the song, Hey, hey, ho, ho, Graham Platner has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Graham Platner's got to go. A woman says, even Democrats are disavowing him. CNN is saying he's too dirty for them. John Favreau, that guy is a moron. He isn't our best and only chance to beat Susan Collins. He's a good and decent man. Cenk Uygur, this is the guy that wanted to make it legal to do you-know-what with horses. And he says he's got to go. He says, hey, hey, ho, ho, you got to go. Here we go. Here we go. She just came forward. And we got the guy. We got Jake Tiptoe Tapper.
When the New York Times story came out, you were in it, but you didn't go as far in that story as you are today.
Yeah.
Why not?
I didn't want to. I didn't want to have to violate this huge level of privacy to my own life to be able to infer that this person is not honest and trustworthy. I felt really protective of my own privacy throughout this whole process. And it got to a point where my privacy was no longer going to happen. And that was when I kind of just made the decision that, I'm going to say my piece and get it out there. I had tried to give the impression that something, worse happened. And that's when it was I refused to comment further.
You definitely alluded. When the New York Times story came out.
Okay, here we go. Let's ask a question here. If a woman doesn't file charges within 72 hours, kick rocks. Gooch, how many of y'all believe with Gooch here? I don't know, because I think some women could be intimidated by this. I've helped some female veterans that were assaulted when they were in the military. They filed for, what do we call it in the, I'm trying not to use words that YouTube's going to get me with, okay? But this is the big one. David, I don't know if I agree with all of that, because some of the women that I have helped file VA claims for, they had stuff happen to them years ago. So I don't know who this lady is. I don't need to know who she is. Stephen King, Graham Platner may drop out. I hope he doesn't. Of course you hope he doesn't. But meanwhile, making a reference to Trump, the abuser in chief keeps keeping on, sorry. I think Stephen King could get himself sued very quickly. Somebody said Trump supporters will call his removal while ignoring Trump's never been convicted of that. Uh-oh. Platner's got a new campaign video. Let's see the new campaign video. It's already out. It may be AI.
I picked the towel selfie because it's honest. If I trust America with a photo of me half naked on a Predator app, you can trust me with your kid's future.
Sponsored by people who give nightly speeches about protecting children.
Ugh. Ugh. I want to throw up. Oh, here's the, oh, here he is right here. Here he is. Here's the death camp tattoo. So you endorse Nazi tattoo Graham Platner. I thought you were against fascism. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm telling you right now, guys. Oh, here we go. We got one. We got Bernie coming out. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure Graham Platner is the next senator from the great state of Maine. Let's see what Bernie is all. Bernie's never had a real job.
I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that Graham Platner is the next senator from the state of Maine.
Wow. Okay. This is crazy. Rocana, this is a month ago. Listen to old Rocana. He's a bazillionaire, just so you know. Rocana's a bazillionaire.
Are you confident all the damaging info is out?
That's what he says. My sense is before the primary, a lot of this has come out. Obviously, look, if there was evidence of violence, I would not support him. If there was evidence of sexual assault, I'd have zero support for him.
Are you confident?
Okay, let's talk a little bit about this. I see a comment from Justin Weeks. Justin, I don't know enough about the lady, but I'll just say this. We were trained using the Democrats' own standards. We were told to believe all women. We were told that. And I don't know anything about this woman. I don't need to. I am saying if he's being accused, I want him to be subjected to the same vile level of personal attacks that Brett Kavanaugh was subjected. Was his name Brent or Brett? I think it's Brett. I want him to get the exact same amount of treatment that Brett Kavanaugh got. Look at Chuck Schumer. Democrats are running like rats, the same ones I want to kill in my barn.
On Graham Platner, are you satisfied with the explanations he's given for the controversies his campaign has faced right now? Are you concerned about what we've heard?
I met with Graham Platner today. We're going to beat Susan Collins and take back the Senate. Yes.
So you're saying that Janet Mills, your preferred candidate, there's been rattlings that she should get back in. You're standing behind Graham Platner, to be clear here?
We're going to beat Susan Collins and take back the Senate.
Does
Yes.
Democrats sticking behind Graham Platner, does that hurt their credibility in attacking Ken Paxton?
We're going to beat Susan Collins and take back the Senate. Any other subject you got? Any other
He won't answer the question, will he?
subject? Yes, you right there.
Do you believe that Janet Mills should unsuspend her campaign?
We're going to beat Susan Collins and take back the Senate. Last one.
You have not said if you're still endorsing Graham Platner. Are you still supporting Graham Platner?
As I said, I endorsed Graham Platner. We're going to beat Susan.
Chuck Schumer. He endorsed Graham Platner. I mean, I really want to get some ideas from everyone watching. Do you believe the woman? Do you need to believe the woman? Should we take her word and her accusations and for him to resign? There's a lot right here. This is exactly what I mean. Victims come out years later for money? I don't know. Remove those last three words. I don't know, but I'm telling you right now, using the Democrats' own standards, their own, and I know their standards are low. They have very, very low standards. Typically, their standards are doubled. Let me move that camera. Their standards are usually doubled. And using their double standards, we have to believe everything that they are saying. We have to. I mean, that's just the way it is. right? That's what we need to do. There's a lot of people that are not going to be able to believe them. I want to get your comments. I'm trying to keep up with them as fast as I can in the chat. Let's see here. Tommy says Graham Platner's a sociopath. Well, he does have a Nazi tattoo. Regine, I want to see some ladies' comments. It sometimes takes a really long time for someone to come forward when they've been assaulted. I agree. Maria, I believe her. Let's see here. Patty, I don't agree. Okay. Let's see here. No, because some women are extremely fearful. I have seen it. I have helped women veterans file claims. I don't know anything about this lady. I don't need to. 72 hours is ridiculous. It's scary, but I don't agree that you should do it 10 years, 20 years later. If that, it could take a couple weeks. I don't know. I've never had it happen to me. Okay? I just don't know. Here we go. Gerhard, it depends on the circumstances. I'm going to agree with you on that. I firmly believe it depends on the serpent. Snake comes to mind. Circumstances. That's what I believe. I agree with you on that, Gerhard. You know what? I want to try this. I'm going to try it. Let's do it. Call in 615-475-7864. Give me a call. I want to know what you're thinking. I want to get your opinion on this because this could change so much. This could change a lot. And make sure you turn down your audio when you call in, okay? Call in 615-475-7864. I'm going to try to get as many calls as I can while I can. Lines are open. Love to get your take on this, okay? Because this could change the Senate. This could change so much, including Trump being impeached. Let's go here. Line one, where you calling from? What's your name?
Hey, my name's David. I'm calling from Florida.
Stephen in Florida. What do you think about the Platner situation? Yes, sir.
I'm going to watch my language here.
Please do. Thank you for
I think the Democrats absolutely, positively knew everything about him. And the fact that they put out the fake polls saying he's going to win, but the real polls in the background, he's losing his ass. And when
you think the Democrats knew?
Absolutely. They have control files on everybody. They knew everything about him. And the moment he became a loser, suddenly all the trash is released on him.
I love that idea. I love that idea. I love that idea. I want to see if the chat thinks the same thing. Thank you for calling, sir. Line two, roll it. Bean footage, roll it.
Bakersfield, California. What about Trump's accuser? How many years was it before she came back and accused Trump?
It was okay for that. The Democrats, George, you and I know, if the Democrats didn't have double standards, they would have no standards.
Ain't that a fact?
And
right.
You know
God
what?
bless you,
As someone with a daughter, number one, he would never get a chance to do this because I would take care of it. But we don't know the whole situation yet. Thank you, George. Let's go line four. Roll it.
Ben.
Yes,
this
sir.
is Scott in Montana.
Scott in Montana. What you got, Scott?
Well, if it was just her, I would say, let kind of see what happens. But
okay,
every girlfriend he's had come forward and said every time he got drunk or something, he was violent. So
let me ask you this, Scott. Let me ask you this. As someone that has been drunk a large portion of my life, I've never done that. And I don't think being drunk excuses it. Do you?
I do not believe that's the excuse, but that's what they're saying. And this lady said he was drunk when he did it. That's right. That's not an excuse, but it's not just one. This is like the third or fourth.
Yeah,
right.
I agree. I want somebody to call in that doesn't think that this is right. That's somebody that is a Graham Platner supporter. I want to get some opposition. Thank you for calling, brother. God bless you. Let's go here. I want to hear from somebody that doesn't necessarily agree with the situation, with the condition that his condition's in. I want to get a different opinion. Okay? Some women need to go through therapy and to be able to get protection. I agree with that. Let's see here. Hello to another Montanan. Looks good on him. I thought Dems believe all women. Love from Commie Canada. We got somebody chiming in from Canada. Thank you, Colin from Canada. I mean, to use the Democrats' playbook, Democrats suffer for severe case of hypocrisy syndrome. I agree with that. Hypocrisy personified, okay? We both know that that's the way they work. No standards. Just, line 4. Let's hear Tommy, Guitar Man. What do you got, Tommy?
Hey, everybody. I put 2 dimes in the machine, this phone. And I wanted to say I'm going with door number 3.
Door number 3.
So Mondami became a citizen in 6 years ago. And I just calculated something. He said 3 million of the voters were non-American born. It takes a few years to become a citizen. He only did it 6 years ago after being here since adolescence. The calculation is that there's no way those voters were citizens. All right, that's a pretty simple one.
Tommy, I want to get you. I want to get you back on the subject here. Graham Platner. That's the topic right now.
Platner. I truly, from a doctor that I speak to, the guy's a sociopath. Classic.
Okay.
And dangerous, extremely dangerous guy. I can't ever. You gotta have to talk to someone else that disagrees with you.
I hear you, Tommy. Thank you for calling. Thank you for the super chat.
Okay,
Rock
brother.
on, brother. Rock on. And Tommy, I still think Roy Clark's the greatest guitar player to ever live. Aloha, Ben, and fine chat, folks. Guys, I believe that Platner. There's a lot of smoke right now. There's a lot of smoke. Are we ever going to find out anything? But the first caller from Florida, I thought he brought up a very relevant point that the Democrat Party probably knew about this, and he served his purpose. He had a good run. They saw he was going to lose, and now they're going to replace him. Susan Collins started to gain some ground. Let's go here. Line 5. What do you got, line 5?
Yes, I'm from Maine, and Platner is ridiculous.
Okay, hold on. You. I don't want to assume your gender, but you sound like a woman.
Yes, I am.
You're a woman. You're a voter. You're in Maine. Yes. Talk to me. What do you, from the bigger scope of things? I've helped a lot of women veterans file VA claims for violence, sexual assault, that type of stuff. I've got a daughter. Yeah. I got a wife. I've got a wood chipper. So I would handle business differently. But in Maine, how popular is Graham Platner? How popular is he there?
Well, I live in central Maine, and he's not very popular here. The people that are supporting him are down in southern Maine, which is where a lot of the Democrats are.
Okay.
Up here in central Maine and above Augusta, it is red. I mean, red.
Okay.
There's not as many people that live up here that live down in the southern part of Maine.
Okay.
Which is where you get the problems from.
All right.
So I haven't heard, I've maybe seen a couple of his signs, but nobody likes him.
But is where he's at, or where the Democrats are, is that the larger population? Would they carry enough votes to get the guy elected?
I don't think so. They would, however, well, they got Mills. That's how they got Mills in. But of course, I think they may cheat a little.
Okay.
Down in Lewiston, Portland area, you got Somalis, you've got, it's very, very blue down there. And there is the biggest part of the state.
Now,
That's
I'm
where
not
the
a
most
Susan
population
Collins
is.
fan. She's a raging rhino.
Neither am I.
But I would rather have a raging rhino that I know than a Democrat socialist with a Nazi tattoo. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. We got no choice. And we
It's
had
a
no choice
binary
in
choice.
putting, they wouldn't run anybody else against her because they were afraid the people down in southern Maine, the Democrats have voted for her. So they were afraid that somebody, if they got in, you know, a good Republican, that the Democrats wouldn't vote for her and they wouldn't get a person in. So
Well,
they
thank
go
you
with
for
Susan
calling.
Collins.
Thank you for
Thank
calling.
you.
I really appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time to pick up the phone and give me a call. I really appreciate it. God bless you. Woman, I didn't want to assume her gender until she said from Maine. Asked her about Susan Collins. She doesn't like Susan Collins either. Neither of us do. None of us like Susan Collins. Tom, great comment. Join the channel as a member. Get in the super chat or get in the Discord. Join me there. I share a bunch of photos, share some behind the scenes stuff. Jay Maddox, Trump has been accused of SA. Do y'all feel the same way about him? Trump took it to the court. Trump took it to the court. And if you think there were not, do you honestly think that Joe Biden, Kamala, and all the other clowns set on any real evidence on Trump? You're crazy. You have level 7 TDS. If you believe there was not real evidence against Trump, follow me on X. There you go. There is no chance. Here we go. You forgot about Mitch McConnell, his wife just going to meet the vice president of China. I didn't forget about that. We talked about it this morning. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Get in. Get your opinion heard. I have the balls to take the calls. And there's a lot of other channels that will not give you the opportunity to say your piece. And I try to do that. And I hope some of you take that opportunity. There's a lot of channels that just want to be condescending. They want to talk down to you. They want to give you their opinion and not allow you to give anything back. Okay? And that's why I started taking phone calls. Number one, I miss Rush Limbaugh. Rush Limbaugh was the voice in my head. I still hear the guy. And Rush Limbaugh, I would love to know what Rush would say right now. I would love to know what Rush would say. Let's go here. Line 3. Where are you calling from?
Knoxville, Tennessee. This is John Z, man, in the chat. Hey, buddy.
John Z, thank you for calling, brother.
Go USA in the World Cup tonight.
I'm watching that in about 37 minutes. What's your take on this situation with Graham Platner?
Oh, well, he's a scumbag. He's not going to concede.
You don't think he'll drop out?
No, I think he's going to try to. Well, they're all scumbags. You know that, dude.
I do. And, Michelle Obama said, we're taking the low road, right? We were told that they don't care. They don't care.
The scumbags aren't going to concede. You and I can't agree with this. They're going to try to take the seat in the Senate and however the fuck they do. However they do it. But the thing is they're not going to win. I mean, America's waking up. I mean, after that 250th anniversary and America's coming back and seeing all the fireworks festivals, winning Guinness Book World Records. Yeah, we're going to win. I mean, God bless America.
You know what I think
out back
as well?
Drinking a beer and I'm looking at my big old American flag. God bless America.
You're trying to bring a tear to my damn eye. You're trying to make me tear up. Let me ask you this.
I went to Home Depot and I have to replace my flag every 4 or 5 years. I bought the biggest dang flag they had there, and it's hanging right out on my porch right now. God bless America.
Let me ask you a question right now. You touched on something. He won't drop out. Ted Kennedy left a woman in a car in the water at Chappaquiddick and walked home and didn't call 911 or call for emergency help. The Kennedy car wash. And he was a long-standing member of the Senate, the Democrats, right? So
Looks
you're
like Mitch
probably
McConnell
onto
right
it.
now. He's in a damn coma. I mean, and his wife, the Chinese lady, goes to China and meets up with the vice president 3 days after he's in the hospital. What's that about?
Let me ask this. I'm asking you and the chat on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being lower than whale poop, 10 being higher than the clouds. Where do you rank the Democrat Party? 1 to 10.
Well, 1's the lowest. You're always going to be the lowest. I mean,
I hear you.
We're going to defeat them so bad. I mean, this thing is, we got to look past it too. I have a Democratic employee that just called me. We talked about this. You know what? We could see eye to eye on one thing. We all want America to win in the World Cup tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, we may not disagree with our president. We may not, whatever, that Democrat. So, but the thing is, at the end, we want our world to succeed. I mean,
I don't know. I've got some friends that are Democrats. We agree on a handful of things, but the core policy is where they lose me. Thank you for calling, brother. God bless you.
Hey, I agree with you, Ben. You have a great night. God bless America.
Thank you, sir. Great call. Joe Demet, minus 1,000. Oh, M. Warner, USA star player, is a anchor baby. Hey, anchor babies are illegal. We're using the same rules that they allow, right? Snail poop would be right at the bottom. The Graham Platner thing.
Here's some breaking news coming into the story.
Here, I want to see what these guys. We got another one. Here we go. Line 2. Where are you calling from?
Hey, Ben, this is Barb from Dover, Ohio.
Barb, what's your take on the Graham Platner situation?
I think it's all fake. I think you men are too nice and you're too gullible. You believe women. A woman that's really going to be violently raped is going to have more emotion than that girl has. They're either going to get bitter and angry, or they're not going to want to talk about it. So
let me ask you this, though. Using the standards that the Democrats created, we should believe her.
I don't. I think he does have scary eyes. When you have that one picture, it showed him in a still pose. He did have the kind of eyes that would make a woman kind of back away from him.
On June 9th.
Clear difference than Donnie. He's got that nice smile that can attract a woman. But I just don't believe it. I think when a woman or a girl is raped or attacked, I think it stays with them, and they're not going to want to talk about it. And if they do, they're going to be crying or angry or vindictive, or they're going to get back at them.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this then. Is it possible that this woman could be used by the Democrat Party the same way they used Christina Blasey Ford against Brett Kavanaugh?
Yeah, I do think that's what it is. I think
Thank you for calling.
Sad. Okay, bye.
God bless you. She brings up some great points. Line 6, what you got?
Hi, this is Chris in Florida.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for calling.
Thanks. I was assaulted in my 20s.
Okay.
And a lot of people, or women, sometimes they just deal with it. They don't need to go to a shrink or get excited. And sometimes they don't even know the person who assaults them. So there's no point in calling the cops or anything. But I'm not going to let it rule my life. Nor did I.
Okay. Yeah.
So you just take control of your life and handle it.
Let me ask you this, and I've had 3 or 4 ladies call in now. Let's say that this woman had some personal stuff that she didn't want to deal with. And now she's seeing this guy all over the TV. She had kind of compartmentalized that stuff. Now she's seeing her attacker on TV, and he's trying to come out as this hero to save Maine from Susan Collins, save America from Trump. Do you think that could have
Triggered her?
triggered her? Yes, that's a great word. Yes.
Yeah.
And I can't hold her to blame if that's the case. And to be honest with you, that's her. That's her. I don't have a right to know that. That's none of my business, right?
Correct. And it's not mine. So if she wants to deal with it now, good for her.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if she wants to try and protect the citizens of Maine, good for her. Who
I
are
agree.
we to judge her?
Yeah. Here's my
Let's
thing.
support battle it.
Here's my thing as well. For the people that say don't believe her, I want to ask them, do they believe Juanita Broderick? Because Juanita Broderick, right here in Arkansas, we know what Bill Clinton was accused of doing to her. And Hillary Clinton herself dismissed Juanita Broderick. But then at the same time, when Christina Blasey Ford came out and accused Brett Kavanaugh, we're supposed to believe her. So it's a double standard. And I've said before, the Democrats, if they didn't have double standards, they would have no standards. I want to say thank you for calling. My mom lives in Florida. I really appreciate you. Thank you for sharing that.
No problem.
Really appreciate you. God bless you.
No problem.
Great call. Great perspective. Got some super chats rolling in here. $10 from Gear. Okay. I'm struggling with getting my pension. Doctors don't sign off. I need a lung transplant to survive. Wow. God bless you. You're in our prayers. You're in our prayers. Love the Patriots. Thank you so much. Fighting to my last breath. Keep fighting. Mom Donnie's a criminal. I agree. Let's grab a couple more calls. I think we're shaking the truth tree here. There is a definite split. Line 3. Go ahead, Kerry.
Yeah, Ben, I think there's a big stigmatism attached to what that lady was going through. And it may have took her some time to really come forward.
Mm-hmm.
But to be honest with you, Graham Platner doesn't act like he's not guilty. To me, he looks like he's guilty. And has he threatened to take her to court, or is he, take a polygraph, dude, stand up and be a man?
Trump met the accuser right on. You're absolutely right, Kerry. God bless you. I think we had another call and I hung up on him. Dadgummit. I don't know what the right answer is, but I'll tell you this. Graham Platner is going to, in my opinion, he should step down. That's just my dog Fred is losing his mind in there. I don't know what's going on. Somebody might be coming here. ATF could be here at the house. I have no idea. Guys, gals, girls, I really want to appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching. Hit the like and subscribe button and let's roll out.